Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. On my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed down in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? We have the Two of Cups here. We have Cancer energy. We have the Hermit. We have Virgo energy, okay? So there is somebody that is doing a lot of self-introspection and reflection upon the relationship that you, or about the relationship that you had with them, that you shared with them. Okay, this person, they're going within themselves, trying to find closure or seeking some form of answers to feelings and thoughts they don't understand. This person is wondering, like wondering with the A, and that simply means that, you know, they're just traveling within themselves to all these memories that they've had with you and the connection itself and what it meant to them, how symbolic it was, or where they stand with it. This person is just trying to understand everything about who you were to them, why they crossed paths with you, and what it meant, you know, this connection here. They're trying to seek answers, closure, and a form of understanding of their own individual thoughts and feelings about everything. I'm equal to take it reverse. We have the Three of Cups. We have Cancer and Pisces energy here. Pardon me. We have the Strength, Leo energy. This person, their life, their reality, their world consists of individuals whom this person no longer resonates with on a soul level. Like, the people that this person is connected to are people which they just are familiar spirits, right? These are people that this person knows or has some form of history or bond with, but there is no real connectivity based on true connection. Like, there is no truth to them being around these people and it meaning anything to them. It's like this person, the people that they're surrounded by are people that no longer mean anything to them, and they haven't meant anything to them for a long time. This person is just comfortable in their own reality, world, and life with these people in it. So, but there is a level of um, this powerful, re- it's like a powerful detachment where this person is literally around these people, but they have no sense of care for them, love for them, or even genuine connectivity. Like this person is not connected to these people, even though they are around them. Um, so this is somebody that they are not in alignment with their life, because not only is this the not only has what we've established about where they stand with you indication of that lost energy that they're in, but also the fact that they surround themselves with people that they know they don't resonate with, right, anymore. So with that being said, this person has been doing a lot of reflecting, right? A lot of going within, a lot of tapping in, um, and trying to understand what you mean to them, where they stand with you, why they came across you to begin with, right? And at the same time, this life that they are leading and living is so, um, they are so disconnected to it and the people as well. It's making it hard for this person to even, it's like they further just getting lost, right? So this person wants to come forward with an apology. We have the Page of Cups. But with this energy, with this energy of this apology, I am channeling resistance. This person is resisting coming forward in this way of vulnerability because feel and they do feel like you will reject them. All right. They feel like there is a level of boundaries that are too high up for them to be able to get to when it comes to you. It's like they've been in this apologetic energy but haven't had the courage and confidence and self-esteem to come forward and express themselves in this form of vulnerability, right? And that's because they feel like the type of person that you are, you know, based on the boundaries you have with yourself and the world, it's too, it's like they don't think that this apology holds any weight, or their own capability. They feel like it's just weak. They don't see victory at the end of the tunnel in them coming forward. They just feel like you're just going to further just disassociate yourself from this person and move on, pretend like you never even met them, not as a form of acting, but as it being a part of your truth, where you don't want this person in your life anymore. That's how they feel. We have the Ace of Swords. I'm being called to take it reversed here. We have double Pisces energy, double Cancer energy. We have Scorpio energy. We have Gemini energy. We have Libra energy. We have Aquarius energy as well. Um, when you came into this person's life, whether you have awareness of this or not, but when you came into this person's life, they were really in the pits of like lack of understanding of life and the truth of life itself, right? Like they were in an energy or state of being within their reality, their world, and their life of trying to figure things out about what all of this is and why, like their purpose and their um authentic, true, original path and what they need to be in alignment with. Like this person was undergoing um some form of a spiritual awakening, but it was happening in that way where they were just trying to figure things out. um Life had just gotten to the point of them reaching a state of being of awareness and consciousness, and trying to understand that awareness and consciousness, like because we all undergo life in ways of like, oh, we realize certain things, we tap into certain things, we see certain truths, we we tap into certain truths, we undergo journeys of life of awakening. But there's levels to it, because you can be a beginner at understanding your own journey at life of life, or you can be in a far um, higher level of understanding your journey of life. It just depends on where you are, with this journey, this walk. We have the Five of Cups. If you look at both these energies and how they're above, they're mimicking each other. It's like this person carries a level of misery or sadness or melancholy or somber energy, like that they've lived with for a very long time. Um, when you came across this person, when you encountered this person, and however way it happened, you illuminated a lot of things that had been dark for them. Like wherever there was darkness, you came through with your light, or your ability to carry the light, your God-given gift to be of light, right? And you shined your light upon this person, and it was just unintendedly deep, where back to where they were within their reality at the time, and they thought process of life and emotional process, they were spiritual process as well. They were just trying to figure this out. They had just gotten to a point where they just seeing things entirely differently, and they're trying to just find a sense of belonging in the way in which they've begun to now be awakened to life. But you came forward, and the light you carried gave them a sense of belonging that they had already been in search of and seeking, right? We have the Tower. And what did the Three of Cups was reversed, but when I had put it back in position, I put it upright. And we had established that the Three of Cups is an indication of those that this person is surrounded by, and how they no longer resonate with these people. They just hang on to them based on familiarity, history and bond. But I had just said that this sense of belonging you gave this person, it was a tower for them. It's like they didn't expect this, right? Firstly, like encountering you was not expected at all. And what was not expected per se is the light and how it illuminated the reality, the way in which that happened. Like, it was just such a time of their life that they'll never forget. An analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example is, let's say, take someone in high school, right? This feminine or masculine always feels out of place in this high school. The people in this high school just don't see things the way they see things, or the system of the way the people in the high school think. Maybe it's based on the patriarchy, or just based on the things of life that this masculine or feminine that doesn't feel like they belong, they can't resonate with the way in which the people within the school think or how they feel about life. But because they're in this environment, they have to coexist nonetheless. So they find ways to do so, without it furthermore contributing to the sadness that they might have within themselves, or the misery, the melancholy, the somber energy of like, I don't feel like I belong here. Like, I know there's more to life than this. I see myself elsewhere. I feel like this is just not it. And I just I want something that will represent that truth of where I stand with things. And then let's say 1 week later of maybe them going through this transition where they realize, man, none of this like resonates with me, none of these people. Someone like a transfer student or just a new student, um, pupil, a new student, a new pupil, a new person arrives in the school, and let's say they hit it off, like they just become so close, so inseparable, because they vibrate on the same frequency, or they understand each other on the same vibration, right? Creating, remember now where this person was at before this new person pulled up to the school, this pupil, this student. They felt lost in this environment. They did not know themselves in this environment. They didn't understand anyone within this environment. They were just coexisting, trying to not sink in their sadness, misery, melancholy, or somberness of the fact that they don't feel like they belong here, you know. And then this person comes along and they just complete this person, because they held the truth of where what they wanted out of life, like, meaning that this new person showed this person that was trying to just coexist with everybody else that they were not crazy for wanting more out of life, or not having any relation to anyone on a deep level, because they were just not on the same vibration. They just hadn't found the person who they could say that about, like, this is somebody that gets me, or this person makes me feel like I belong, or this is who I want to be with or be around, right? So coming back to the generalization of this message, this tower that you um, struck in this person's life within this message, take that analogy, that reference point, that case study, that example of, they did not know who they were until you came along, or they did not think that who they were would ever make sense to them before you came along. But back to this sadness, this melancholy, this somberness, this misery that this person carries and lives with. It's so deep, right? It's been deep, but after things happen the way they did between you, whether there was a fallout, a separation, ghosting situation going on, or just some form of misunderstanding that led to non-access or no contact, right? It led this person into a far deeper psychosis of sadness, misery, melancholy, and um, somberness, a deeper psychosis of that than they had ever experienced in their life. And it's because of what you meant to them, what your identity meant for them. And this is information that cannot be translated easily, especially in terms of like, this person couldn't really tell you this for what it is. Like, it was too deep for them to get to that point within themselves where they even say that to you or reflect on that and address it within themselves. Like, damn, like, this is it. Like, oh my God, like, I always wanted someone like this in my life, or this is who I feel like gives me a sense of belonging or sense of understanding of my own thoughts and emotions, just individuality. And I'm just, you know, hmm. Take all of this how it applies for your reality. But meeting you, that's why they're trying to figure out. They've been going within so much and trying to dissect everything, break it down, and just, reflecting. It's because they know that meeting you was not a mistake. Like, out of everybody in the world with the Six of Wands, out of everybody that could have came across them, anybody that could have been this for them, or out of everybody on planet Earth, why did it have to be you? Why you? Why did things happen this way with you? Right? We have double Leo energy here. This person strongly feels like you encountering them, meeting them, crossing paths, cross roads with them, right? Where, however way you encountered them in your life, they look at it as a monumental experience, meaning they look at it as like, that was God, or this is what I've always wanted, therefore it can only be God, or, God knew, that's why it was you. It's like this person is looking at this whole situation from a perspective of, it was God that made this happen, or um it makes no sense outside of God, right? It had to be God. That's how they looking at things, and um those are their emotions and thoughts about this situation. So they want to come forward really badly. They're afraid of rejection, but it's getting to the point where they would rather feel the rejection than to just not never speak up, right? They would rather try to come forward than to not at all. So prepare yourself for that, because somebody here is going to reach out, they're going to come forward, they're going to express, all right? And it's going to be a balance of situations here. Like, balance is going to be restored within this situation with the justice. Like, this person reaching out is going to be like a full circle moment, or it's going to be one of those moments. It's like, damn, like, it's going to make a lot of sense, right? It's going to put you in a position to also see the role in which you played and who you actually are and were in this person's life. And it's going to enable you to be in a position where you get it. right? Why you had to be the one to illuminate this person's reality, and it's like it's gonna be something that you will see in a way of like, this is like a full circle energy. This is like, and also this is how they also coming forward with it. It's not an easy thing that this person is doing right now. Them coming into your reality after everything, it's the hardest thing that they've ever had to do. One of the hardest things that they've ever had to do. And they know that. But they feel so led within themselves to come towards you that, they feel like it's just bigger than them. They just have to. They just have to, you know. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you walking away changed everything. You getting to the point of being, it's like when you chose to leave this person's life, or when this situation caused you to have to choose yourself in that way, however way it happened for you, it blew a tower. It resulted in this process that this person has been in. It's not like you, where they're going within and reflecting and, trying to address within themselves their own thoughts and emotions about you and this connection. They've been in this energy. It's just, it took you leaving their life, walking away, or it took you not being accessible. It took the no contact for this to happen, right? um we have the Nine of Cups. This person, they feel like at first they were mad that you walked away, but more than mad, they went through all of this, and at first it was resentment that filled them. Resentment on top of bitterness, on top of anger, on top of rage, on top of all these things that they were undergoing within themselves. But now they've reached a point of conclusion where they're realizing that none of that is going to earn them anything. It's just going to further sink them in this already existing sadness, melancholy, somberness, and misery within them. They seeing that the only way that they can fully um, rise up from this situation in a way that they really want or need to is to come forward and express themselves with everything in them and let it go or let it out, or just they need to release it. They need to come forward and release, right? So that's what they're going to do. I'm being called, right? To end it here, to end your message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time, and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed down in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.